Okay, and live it is, my dearest everyone. Oh my God, Visionaries Unlimited. We are starting a movement, and today you see three of us, three of the ones who are right behind the scenes. Mila Thaine. She's our guest today, as she's not usually with us, together with Maria and I. We are starting a movement. We're making sure that visionaries from all around the globe are able to channel and make real whatever plan and vision they have. And it feels so powerful to actually be here and share it. Who you have missing, so who's not here with us today, is Bruno Augusto Santos. He's the other co-founder and the infinite wealth officer for Visionaries, the community, the event disruption making company movement, everything you call it as you want. Really, in this very moment, I feel I'm in an open moment of, you name it. Just know that if you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have something to change, something you desire to contribute to in the world, you are welcome home to join us, to set new standards for heart-centered disruptions, innovations, healing,
expansion.
Yes. All of it. Absolutely, we're here. And I'd like just to give a little bit the welcome to our Mila Thaine as we're here behind the scenes, feeling it all, like right before the challenge of next week, the first challenge we'll host, and opening the community officially on the 15th of June of this month, like on the platform. And wow, massive amount of work that we don't know how we're handling, but we are. So, Mila, what does it mean and how does it feel for you to be behind the beauty and design office department of a movement such as Visionaries?
Well, first of all, hi everybody. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you, and of course with Maria and Julio. It's a pleasure to work with them. Even though it's hard, it's wow, it's amazing experience because we are manifesting our dream, our vision, our heart-centered vision that we want to spread to the world. So yes, I am super excited to. It's been a super excited experience. An adventure, I will say, because it's like putting all your heart to something that you don't even know what it's about to happen, neither. And I know that both of my colleagues feel the same way. Like we're going to a place that we know, because we know that something big it's about to happen, but we don't know exactly what's about to happen. We call it the unknown. So it's a lot of energy. It's yes, it's been a lot of energy this last month. Exactly, it's full of energy, moving material energy, but at the same, I believe a lot in energies. You will see. But yes, I believe that everything that happens in life moves with energy. And yes, every action is energy, and so yes, all the energy we put on it's huge, it's really huge and amazing work. It's beautiful, it's about to happen, it's happening in reality. Yes, this.
And I'd say, Maria, what may you add to this.
Okay, thank you, Cami, for sharing, for being here today.
Welcome.
Yes, enriching our video with your flowers and your beautiful energy. And so if I'm going to be very honest in this video. It's been probably some of the most exciting and expansive months of my life. And it is the first time that I feel so close to materializing something that is so deeply important, I'd say existential to me, like this project. And so, as you can imagine, anyone who is on a journey of self-development knows that the deeper you go and the outer you are bringing something so deep, there is, for the first time, there is a tension, and there is the fear. And so I'm at this very moment having to leave behind a version of Maria that was socially conditioned or built to think of herself as a limited creature. And now what I'm doing is really walking the talk of a proper visionary, who's actually someone who not only can envision a great future, but can start creating it in the present moment today. And that's what we have been preparing for the last 6 months. And now it's properly coming out. Like the community will be happening in 2 weeks. And I am super excited. And at the same time, I have, yes, to be very honest, some fears, because I want it to be like a wonderful experience for everyone. And I know that to that whichever extent it will. And I know that people will understand that we're also starting with limited resources. More resources will be coming in human resources and material resources. And things will kind of flow, or can be run more smoothly. But until that moment comes, that's where we are all a little bit stretching here, and we're doing our best. And I think we're doing amazingly. And especially, I am so happy that we're so respectful with each other and so loving, like how each one of us is dealing with the novelty of what we're doing, or the depth of what we're trying to bring outside, and also the vulnerability of even like saying that I want to create one of the greatest communities in the world and bring together all visionaries. So on the one hand, it may sound arrogant and impossible. And on the other hand, it's like, this is what I feel inside, and this is what I feel is meant to be. So to me, it's kind of everything, and so much connected with another part of my vision. So that's where anyone who is really in their vision, putting out like their life purpose and everything, they know how that treasure within feels. So when you get it out, you feel so vulnerable about it. And I'll tell you precisely why. One thing that happens to me that I think many people may be experiencing is that my less conscious self, we could also call my ego, or my limited conditioned version of Maria, is like, if this is one of the greatest gifts that you have, or potentiality, and this doesn't work, let's say this doesn't work on the human level, as this does not become successful, or nothing, or there is no movement out of it, what the hell are we going to do? So this is one of the fears that comes out of my less conscious self, as an alarm of, okay, this is so important, and because it's so important to us, what if this doesn't work? When you have tried so many things that you knew were not important to you, were not really at your core, okay, but if this doesn't work, that this is really your core, what are we going to do? And of course, I will keep on living, of course, but so that you can understand what is the depth of what we're doing here, at least from our perspective.
Super. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, to hear everything that you're telling. Thank
Please
you.
add anything that may come to you.
Thank you.
I'm here actually in this very present moment, just very present, and speaking about what's behind the scene. I am sharing this on Facebook as we speak and tagging everyone that should hear this message. So really being radical and transparent here, because people need to hear. People need to hear the message that there's someone who's creating a space, a home, virtual and then in person, where these big changers come together and support each other in the making of their visions, of their dreams, of their projects, of their missions, whether it's a business or a hobby. You might have a hobby that you want to bring to the world because you believe it's so good. Why not? Why not? Welcome home.
Or even as an activist that not necessarily builds a business out of it. It's like part of your life you dedicate it to this certain cause.
Yeah,
yes,
that's what I meant. Absolutely.
A dream, a feeling also.
Yes.
Yeah. Many, this is a very interesting piece. Okay. You mentioned a feeling, and many people would say, yeah, but a feeling is not a vision, or a feeling is not a dream. Well, how about people saying, I want world peace? Isn't peace an actual feeling? When are you going to feel at peace? Then you project it outward. You project it outward and you look at what's happening in the world in this very, nowadays, like in the circumstances of when we're speaking, there's a war going on. There were wars going on already, but there's a mainstream, very mediatic, also media attention grabbing war going on in Ukraine and Russia and so on and so forth. What is peace, after all, if not a feeling that we get to feel? That's a feeling. So you're desiring a feeling for humanity. You're desiring that kind of thing. And how to do that needs resources, needs connection, needs action.
Action, definitely. Yeah.
Of course, I believe also that this feeling comes also in when you feel the opposite also. Yes.
What do you mean?
You feel like literally, what is the opposite of peace? So war, anger. When you start
violence.
When you start feeling this opposite is when when these visionaries, with these people that we call with feelers, start to want to do something for it. And yes, it not always come from light. I believe it also comes for
that darkness. Yes. That you mean. Yeah. Absolutely.
And also, as when I say feelers, this feeling is also because I hear the story of each one of us, like Maria, Ayrton, and mine. It started in the same way, and this is the beautiful, like this feeling inside of us that was telling us that we want to do something bigger. And this is the bullet, the I don't know how, the break-even point of the three of us, that I found it like in the same level because we were experiencing that. And this is one of the descriptions I could tell to people, like, if you feel this energy in your body, something that is giving you anxious, because you're not doing something that you love, or because you wanted to become a better version of yourself at the end, it doesn't start like light. It maybe start like with a heavy feeling, like I'm not doing what I love, or I'm not being the person I want to be, or I'm sad or depressed. And then when you start hearing that voice, observing that voice, it's when the light start coming in. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. No, and yes.
You start looking for the light as a moth. Like, okay, I don't want to stand, or I cannot stand this pain inside, which is kind of the unconscious, the dark, so to speak. Not negative, it's just the less conscious part of consciousness. And you don't know that at that moment, but you're desperately looking for light. You're definitely looking for more space within and outside, for more love to be able to flow through you and through others, that you can visibly experience love within you and outside in any possible way. That's, I think, what we all desperately are looking for.
All right, what is that darkness in practical terms, behind the scenes of Visionaries, behind the scenes of creating this movement, from your perspective? What's happening? What's the dark side of the moon? The moon is so beautiful, so bright, so rounded. And
okay, dark side of the world, or dark side in general, or of each one of us?
No, not the world, of Visionaries, behind the scenes of creating this movement. That's the question. Your perspective.
Okay, right now. Yes,
you're behind sharing right now. What's the challenge? Let's face it.
Well,
let's share it. Let's share what's happening when we want to actually create something so disruptive, so beautiful. What you need to go through with love, with consciousness, with inner work, taking responsibility the whole time, going after it, going for that, because one thing after the other will come up, and you'll need to face them all or drop out. That's the alternative.
Yes, exactly. Well, beautiful question. I believe that one of the darkness parts of Visionaries right now, of all the Visionaries, literally inside of it is our low bank account.
Okay.
That is creating stress somehow, because we are giving all ourselves into this, like to make this actually happen, but we are literally watching all others options going through. Like, we are super focused, but it's I don't know how to express it. It's literally, there is a mountain, you're here, you feel this way, literally here, or you fall, like, or fly, or you run away. So it's this kind of sense, because there is the unknown every time, all the time. We're in this unknown feeling because we never experienced this before, like this kind of a month of energy or responsibility too, because we're creating something. It's not just okay, I'm playing and then I left and okay, bye. No, we are actually super present in here. Everybody, each person that is in here, it's wow. We are wow, incredible. I never seen this energy before. Beautiful. Always beautiful.
What's for you, Maria?
So the experience, for example, with money, that's a whole journey, and that's one of the main relationships that I'm exploring with life right now as a human life. The energetics behind money, and the beliefs that we unconsciously carry throughout our lives and that we have been carrying for centuries. Yeah, I'm really getting deep into that. I'm getting better as a human being at not suffering so much because of at times the lack of money. But I really want to get to a point where I can just even write a small book, just the relationship with money throughout my whole life and what I have observed in other people, and in a way that it can help humans, because I think it's such a mess, our relationship with money in life, and the fact that it is so many human beings in lack of money to do what they really want to do. And it makes no sense. It makes no sense, the level of poverty in general that humanity is living. It makes no sense at all. So at some point I will come up with very good conclusions about it. In the meantime, I'm just learning myself in my direct experience and observing others in their experiences. So but definitely the best thing that can do, the experience of lack of money, which for a part of our minds, the survival mode is like, I'm not experiencing the security that I want to experience, and in the reality of the moment, I'm not experiencing the ability to buy what I need to buy, not what I would love to buy, but what I need to buy to survive. So in that extreme experience, you're growing, yes or yes. So you may be suffering, that's for sure, the unpleasantness of that lack. But the growing is going to happen. And at some point, you're going to get to the core of yourself and what you are doing on a daily basis. And it's going to definitely bring you, if it doesn't break you, it's going to definitely bring you to your essential and what you really want to do. So there is no mask or no waste of more time in a sense. After many times, I think in a level of material lack, you get to be very rich internally. So the inner wealth definitely ends up showing up, and that is definitely the richest wealth of all from my perspective.
Yes.
So
beautiful.
yes, and to add what Cami said, just the what we would love is more human resources within our team. And at the same time, I'm also very happy that we didn't have them before, so that we were able to see how powerful and strong and creative we were.
Beautiful, beautiful. And also I can add to what you're saying, because I really, well, it's the perfect description of what I like, I want to feel. I like, because society, or yes, we live in a society that when you are that poor, you are poor if you don't travel to that place, or to, if you don't do that thing, if you don't consume at the end. It's a society feeling that is not good. What is poor, and why is like literally what's really poor? And I don't understand this. It's beautiful. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Cami. Now, Ayrton, dear, what would you like to share around this or about this?
In a way, well, the human resources aspect is very connected to humanity and how this kind of content, for example, is received, and what is just truly present. And by truly present, I mean that as I was sharing this on Facebook, Facebook did not allow me because someone, and I know who, reported the content apparently as abusive or something like that. I don't know exactly. And so I'm like, okay, can a human being, this human being in particular, right? I know her. I met her in a program many years ago. That personally, it was a blessing to my life. That program was a blessing to my life. That whole foundation, and I actually not have a problem to name the foundation at all, because I mean it's just giving honor to it. It's the Art of Living Foundation, and it is all about creating a stress-free society through meditation and breathing by its founder, Shri Ravi Shankar. And the interesting side of all of this is that the person I met into this program, we know each other. There was esteem in it to a certain extent. And the other day, as I shared one of these videos in a story, and I'm really not giving weight, but I'm just surprised here. She went and commented, and she wrote in Italian, "Che stronzata." I was like, what a BS. Okay. And she commented this.
What?
What a BS. What a bullshit. Wanted to avoid that. But,
okay.
Yeah. And I was like, okay. Of course, at first, it struck my ego necessarily. Because you put your whole self into something, and someone you know, and someone that apparently was, I don't even know if faking it or whatever, was holding you with certain esteem or whatsoever, like with good words. Let's just say this, that she was maybe using good words towards you. She comes up and she gives you this kind of sharp comment. It's like, okay, nice to hear you. Nice to hear back from you after 6 years. What didn't you like? Simple question. And really, I had to
breathe deep
for a couple of hours before giving any attention to it, because it made no sense.
I know.
This is what happens, like in humanity, like whatever creation you may have, get the F out of your mind of what the others may tell you. Keep it up, keep it going. Because apparently she's in a bad space. She's in a bad space. That's the only solution feeling that I can get out of this. And she was in a bad space. And that's immediately what came to me. It's like, okay, wow, probably she still is. Much love and compassion. Why am I creating this? I'm creating this to support society, to be a better society, to make sure that the planet and the world are better off, so that excessive stress, abuses, and whatsoever are not there anymore. And what we have at the end is peace, circling back to it. So keep it up. Apparently it's much needed.
Oh, yes.
And so yes, behind the scene. Don't think that this is cheered by everyone. Beautiful words, beautiful sharings, not the most professionals, not the most professional sharings. Maybe you don't have a 9,000K pixel camera that make you the coffee while you're sharing your inspiration. For each of the speakers, maybe having the hologram of each and everyone next. It's like, no, you don't have all that. Whatever inventing you can invent. But really, how are you taking in others' ideas, others' intention to make your planet better, human? So this is behind the scene. Don't think that things are going smooth. Never when you're putting yourself out there. You'll need to soothe yourself and create that character that allows you to bring it on into the world. And yes, there's no money behind all this. at the moment.
Exactly.
There's not. But in sure thing, give me some money and I'll organize an in-person event tomorrow at your place if you want me in person. Because that's in the plan. And we're making that money. Challenge, there's a challenge, there's like a business plan built that is being built up and prepped for investors. Where are you at behind the scenes with your vision, with your dream, your visionary? Where are you at with that? No shame in that. No shame. No shame. All honor for you that you're keeping it on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, even if someone who's listening have not taken one first step, just honor the fact that you are already connecting with something greater than you, which is within. And that at some point you will find the courage, you will find the resources, you will find the support around you, starting with the community, for example, to bring it out. But just honor the fact that at least you are in touch with this sacred space within, where this information of the vision, mission is really lying, because it's your potential as a human being, your greatest potential and the greatest impact that you can have in this ecosystem, in this planet Earth where we are all living. And everyone is doing the best. We're definitely doing our best. Whether other people like it more or less, that's none of our business. I'm sorry, dear, that you had that experience with this woman. I've also had the experience of people not saying anything but putting faces that could look something like that. So, and I am learning to fully accept other people's reaction to my dreams and my vision. So that's also a process for me. Again, learning again to be expanding myself in the love and in the clarity of the importance of what I'm doing, which is far beyond myself and far beyond anyone's reaction of this beautiful thing that we have in hands.
I want to reinforce, just to close.
Yeah.
I want to reinforce the message why Visionaries, it is being created with so much love and passion. It is home to people who are thought to be crazy, to meet the crazier and to feel home. You may say there's some delusional human who, like Tesla, not the renowned brand, but Nikola Tesla, he was delusional for many. Einstein, he was delusional for many. There were so many delusional people you study in books, and there are case studies today. Now we're bringing them all together. And if you don't see the point in this, walk out the door. Let them be.
Yeah.
And if you received faces, if you heard this is bullshit about your stuff, if you've been rejected, bullied, mistreated, naysayed, bring your ass inside of the house that we're building. Because you'll feel good. It will feel damn good to change the world all together, day by day, and take action. This is how I close it.
And we're going to do it, period. We're going to do it.
We are already doing it.
It's real. So,
I mean, the world will start feeling our wave. It will.
Yeah. We see you in the challenge, wherever you are, wherever you are.
Next week.
The next bold step, 8th, 9th, and 10th of June. 1 hour, 45 minutes of crazy, delightful action and
connection.
Connection, yeah, of course. Thank you.
Yes.
Mila Thaine, our guest, Beauty and Design Officer at Visionaries. Maria Gayoso, co-founder and Total Alignment Officer at Visionaries. And Ayrton Julio, Founder and Visionary Executive Officer at Visionaries. At your service. Next time, Bruno.